Hello, lovely people. Welcome to my kitchen. Today, I'm going to share some low carb cookies recipe with you, and you will love it. I'm going to share three different types with you, and you are going to enjoy this. So, this is oatmeal cookies. So, please, if you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. And so, in today's recipe, you are going to learn about some banana oatmeal cookies, and then we will also have some pumpkin oatmeal cookies, and the last one is going to be apple oatmeal cookies. So we are going to begin with the banana oatmeal cookies, and so these are the bananas we are going to use, very ripe. And so if you have a ripe banana or your banana gets to this stage, don't throw it away. You can use it for some oatmeal cookies. And we're also going to make use of some oatmeal. I'll leave all the measurement in the description box. And then oat flour. You don't really have to buy oat flour and then buy oatmeal. All that you have to do is take some of the oatmeal and then grind them into powder or flour form. Then you get your oat flour. We are also going to make uses of groundnuts or peanuts, and then we'll also make use of coconut flour. Yes, coconut flour, as well as coconut oil. And then we are also going to make use of egg and sweetener. You can decide to omit the sweetener. And so we are going to start, and the first thing we are going to do is to pour in our oat flour into our food processor. You can use your blender for this, but I'm using food processor, or you can also use your mixing bowl and your spatula for this. Then I'll add my ripe bananas to the food processor, and then I will grind it or mix it a bit. Then I'm adding my coconut flour. I will add my coconut oil also to it. Then I'll add one egg, the egg to it. Please, if you are watching me and you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. I want to say thank you to all of you there watching, commenting, liking, sharing the video. You are really encouraging me, and I say God bless you. If it's your first time, welcome to my channel. Please do well to subscribe. Let me know what you think, and let's do this together. Okay, so we are going to mix everything together to get it into a very paste form. Yes, and I realized my mixture was too thick for me, and so yes, so I'm going to add extra coconut oil to it. As I said, I will leave all the measurements in the description box so you can check up for the quantity and everything to use. And so we will mix everything again, and then after, the next thing we are going to do is to add the dry or the other ingredients to it. And so yes, we are done. And so I'm going to add my oats meal to it, mix everything together. So you have to add them in bits, just in small quantities. After mixing, then you add the rest also to it again. You will really enjoy these oatmeal cookies, and I must confess, you really enjoy. But hey, if you're on keto, you are not supposed to take in much of oats. And so, in fact, you are not supposed to take in oats on keto. So if you are going to do this a little, and we're adding salt also to it, and then mix everything together. You can add the salt to the eggs and the other mixtures, and then use the food processor to mix it before adding your oatmeal. So we are going to add our peanut or groundnut also to it and mix them. You can use any nut of your choice to do this. So mixing everything well, then we are going to mold it, and I'm going to use this my container cover to mold it. Use anything that can help you mold it and mold it well. So I have lined my baking sheet with a parchment paper, and so I'm going to mold it well and then drop it on the parchment paper. Yes, this way. Get it out. Okay, and then I'm using the back of my ladle or my spatula to smooth it. Okay, so I'm trying to push it a bit, get everything in line. Okay, so we are moving to the next cookies, which is the apple oatmeal cookies. Yes, apple oatmeal cookies. And we are going to also use some oats, some coconut oil, oat flour, and also a mixture of nut, that is walnut and almond nut, as well as some sesame seeds. So the first thing is crack your egg into a blender. I'm using blender for this. I'm going to add ginger to it, and I'm going to chop or slice my apples and then add them to the eggs. And I'm going to add my coconut oil also to it, and I will add salt to it. Then I'll blend everything together, my sweetener as well, and I'm going to blend everything with this apple cookies. Instead of using one egg, make your egg two, because after I realized it was too dry, so you can increase your egg and your coconut oil a bit. So we are done blending. Now just pouring everything into my mixing bowl. So just added my oat flour to it, and I'm going to add some cinnamon powder also to it. I will mix everything together. Make sure you combine them very well. Please, if today is your first time watching me, don't leave. Just subscribe, click on the notification bell. It helps a lot. Whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first to see and then watch it. So I added my oatmeal also to it, and I'm going to mix everything together. As I said, with yours you can increase the egg. Instead of one, use two, or increase the coconut oil, because mine was a bit dry after baking. So I added my seed and the nuts also to it, and I'm mixing everything together. And so we are going to mold it at this point, and then add it to the other and bake everything together. So I am molding. Okay, give this a try and you will not regret ever trying this. You will love it. Make it for the kids and they are going to love it. And if you are watching me and you want to lose weight, please, I have some weight loss challenge over there. Just start watching from day one and you will get them. So we are going to start with our third cookies, and you're going to use some salt, coconut oil, peanut. You are going to make use of oatmeal and pumpkins, as well as oat flour. The pumpkins, I have cooked them already, and so the first thing you're going to do is to mash our pumpkins. You are going to mash them very well. Yes, so just make sure when you cook them to let it cool down before you use it. If it doesn't cool down and you add the egg, it might end up cooking your egg for you. Okay, so I just added my coconut oil, and with this I'm going to use two eggs. So I'm mixing everything together. So I'm adding my eggs to it, the two eggs, and then I'll mix everything together with my sweetener. You know, pumpkins are already sweet, so you can choose not to add sweetener to it, but for me, I wanted it more sweet. And I also added my salt to it. Okay, and so let's mix everything together. One thing is, you can decide to cook the pumpkin with salt and omit adding salt, or not to cook it with salt. Okay, so I added my oats flour, and we are going to mix everything together. As I said, if you really want to lose weight, I have some challenge over there starting from day 1 to day 30, so you can watch them and follow them, and you will definitely get there. It's keto OMAD challenge. So you're mixing it. I realized my mixture very light. It's very light, so I will add extra half of the oatmeal that I added to it, just to thicken it a bit. If not, molding it is going to be very difficult. So yeah. Okay, so with this you can decide to make the egg one instead of making it two. You can use only one egg, and that is so cool. Okay, and so we are going to mold it very well. Yes. Okay. And so we are molding it, and then we'll add it to the other cookies. Yes, I'm going to add it to it, and we are going to bake them together. I did not preheat my oven because I'm going to use the gas oven, which doesn't need to be preheated because it works very fast. But if you are using an electric oven, please preheat it. We are baking this on a moderate heat for 20 minutes. No temperature on my oven. Okay, so that is it. Our cookies ready. Finished baking. So this is our cookies. Oatmeal cookies. We have the banana oatmeal cookies, tasting so great. You are going to love every bit of this. Give it a try and you will not regret. And this is the apple oatmeal cookies. You are going to enjoy this. This was a bit dry for me, and so as I said, you can increase your egg or your coconut oil just to get a bit of moisture in the end. Oh, my favorite is this pumpkin oatmeal cookies. It was so awesome. I mean, among all the cookies, they are all nice, but the pumpkin was my favorite. Give this a try, and please, if you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Like this video, share with your friends, click on the notification bell, and do well to leave a comment. Watch out for another awesome recipe. Bye bye.
Semi share the way I'm my man. I saw me boo, my name is